It's a quiet Friday. This is the last day of a trade show called Infocomm. And the literature before the show says Infocomm is the largest, most exciting event in North America focused on the pro audio-visual industry, with 1,000 exhibitors, thousands of products, and 44,000 attendees from 110 countries. A great introduction. So this is the professional audio-visual industry. Note about Infocomm, because it is such a large show, I'm not sure I will get to both of the halls. We're going to start out in the North Hall and see what we can see here. Right when you enter the show is a booth from the company called Row. It is a Chinese company, and they make panels on which videos are shown. Depending on how many pixels they allow in any particular panel, that can determine the price of the panel. For example, you see this picture, which is a little blurry, it's not crisp. And then over here, this is much more expensive. This picture has very tiny pixels and makes the show absolutely beautiful. A man named Mason here explained to me that this company, he said it's an old company, founded in 2007. To me, that's a new company. Anyway, that they have focused on selling their panels to production companies for large concerts, etc., but they're just getting into the fixed panel industry, where a board like this might be in a company boardroom, etc. Right next door is the Infiled exhibit, INFILED, and they have another floor exhibit. This must be the coming things that you walk on the picture you want people to remember. Ask Winston about this lighting console here, which do you help develop, right?
Yes, I'm actually the lead developer, so I'm the co-owner and lead developer of this. So we organize all the different engineers, electrical engineer, mechanical engineers, and we put all this together. And I do all the software. I write all the software.
Okay, I've never seen a lighting console. Now this one is what? You said a traveling?
Yeah, it's more for touring because it's the large touchscreen. It's built in. It's mobile. It can move around easily. Although it's large, but most concerts have very large cases, and they travel with that. So this console is designed for touring and concerts. And again, it's got all the features that a lot of our competitors do, but our focus is ease of use, so quick learning curve. That's kind of what we're focused on. Again, we're the manufacturer, so we actually produce this in San Antonio. Well, Helotes, but it's the same. And then we sell it to our distributors to sell it directly to customers.
So what are we talking ballpark? I don't need any specifics.
Retail around 12,000 for this one. Yeah. And then we have the other models here as well.
Okay.
This is more of the portable one called the Station, the tiny one here. And this is the Surface. This is good for churches, small theaters, because it does require a separate monitor, but it's easy when you have a stationary install where you can leave the monitor there. But most likely what you saw was a spotlight that's manually controlled by a person.
So why would you use this panel?
You'll do other stuff with it, like sweeps the audience, coloring the stage. That will be a different application. Yeah.
Okay.
But generally those are both used. You have a spotlight, and then you have your color and accessory lighting, I guess you could call it.
Okay. Well, enjoying a night out gets complicated, and no wonder it's expensive. There's a lot of equipment involved. Thank you, Winston.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I stopped here at Flat Frog, the future of interaction, and asked what in the world is going on. And Flat Frog sells software that allows the traditional whiteboard to become a digital whiteboard, right? Is that what you say? Now, show me what you can do. You can write on this, and you can erase. You can change colors. And the yellow, yeah, you can bring up a... My goodness. This is a great idea. This is probably a business application, but I can tell you I could use this at home too. This is a Google Jamboard demonstration.
So anything that's an object, we swipe down with 2 fingers. Anything hand erasable, so we can't erase the object by hand. Always 2 fingers and swipe. If we want to as well, we can have an interactive chart. So I can link these 2 together and I've got an interactive timeline that I can use straight away. I want to add different things to it. So as many as we want. To disconnect them, swipe down with 2 fingers or delete one of the objects that's connected. If I can't draw graphs, draw a right angle, it'll fix it for me. If I've run out of space, I can always swipe across and make a note.
This display has this huge video screen. And now we're going to see what's behind the screen. All of this. Well, if one wants a huge digital screen in the family room, this one's for sale. I stopped at this booth called IDEA, I-A-D-E-A, because I saw this sign, Integrated Audience Measurement, and I was curious about it. And I'm told that IDEA makes a player for software from AD Mobilize, and they can, when we put all these things together, measure who's looking at the screen and exactly how old they are, what mood they're in, etc. And advertising can be targeted to that audience. Kind of an interesting thing, and pretty soon we won't be able to get away from people looking at us no matter where we go. Anyway, this is the IDEA booth, and very interesting concept. Heckler Design had an interesting sign before the people stood in front of it, protecting the world from boring hardware. So here we go, and some of their designs. This is an industrial design firm. How to hold up a video screen in an interesting way. And here we go, some more of their design. I like this. I like this idea. Here's some more. Ooh, a big screen, double screen held up. Anyway, protecting the world from boring hardware. Mirage Vision provides 3D without glasses. I hope you can see this. And it's coming right out. It's like a yo-yo. I don't know what it is, but it was coming right off the screen. And my goodness, this has improved over the years. The 3D without glasses has gotten better and better. AS Rock Industrial attracted my attention with this sign, and it includes the word ubiquitous. AS Rock IPC motherboard, ubiquitous solutions. I will look up the word later. Well, not every booth here is selling new equipment. Here is used, Rebeam is selling used projectors, LED walls, displays, processing lenses, etc. The Zoom display is taking pictures of what's going on behind the screen here. You can see some of the same folks. Now here's an intriguing display. This is Uniview, and they have what looks like a waterfall on top of a pond, and it's all digital. B-Star
Yeah, it's kind of interactive screen.
An interactive screen
Yeah,
on the ground. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't seen that before.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah.
You are working in LED displays?
Pardon me?
You are working, your job is for the LED displays?
Oh, well, no, I'm a writer, and I come to all kinds of trade shows to see what I see that's different, and I haven't seen this before. Is this a new idea?
Yes.
And your company is
As double star, we call DB Star.
DB Star,
Right.
and where are you located?
California.
No, somewhere else.
California in we branch company, and we in China we have headquarters in Nanjing, China, Nanjing.
This is Yes Tech, and they have a beautiful big screen here. But look at the other things they've done. This stuff is just miraculous to me, and you can even digitize your stairway. The company is Ricoh, and they're talking about work style innovations and AV solutions, and over here it's Ricoh Interactive Assistant Service. My goodness, is that going to eliminate real assistants? Probably someday.
Other room solutions, there are definitely other, conferencing solutions that have room systems, and they work well. I think that what we really liked about the Dolby and Blue Jeans solution is the fact that we're bringing everything down to just one device on the table, right? That's
Glow Shine from Shenzhen, China has this beautiful display. I took some pictures, some beautiful young girls, and my goodness, look at the flowers. I'm very proud of my few plants in Las Vegas, but wow, these are beautiful. Where was this taken? Do you know?
The video?
Yeah,
Think somewhere in China.
somewhere in China. Wow, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful place. Well, here's something different. It's called Dino Light, a digital microscope. Okay, here's the microscope. And here's what one can see with it. Dino Light. I stopped at the Blue Jeans booth because I've heard this name mentioned several times at this show. And here we are. Blue Jeans is a company that is about 9 years old. Maybe they started selling software 7 years ago. And I'm told that the developer originally named the company because he wanted video conferencing to be as smooth and as comfortable as just putting on a pair of blue jeans. So they are here. They make the software that connects phones and laptops and everything to make a seamless video conferencing experience. For your TV or your internet TV, RGB makes control room, versatile content distribution and display, and here they are. Here's a huge round sign from Nationwide Video, sub-rental gear for pro audiovisual companies. And I assume that includes screens, media servers, video, laptops, projectors, monitors, lighting, LED tiles, audio, cable, cameras. Having your own TV channel is complicated and requires lots of equipment. We all know the name Cisco, the more intuitive way to work.
Because we have the XLR TRS couple jacks on the back, we introduced microphone as well as line level signal, so you can connect small condenser microphones.
Silicon Core makes the screens for LED displays, and I was watching their video and up came a picture of the Wynn Sportsbook. So if they're working for the Wynn, I know they have a quality product. Some of the exhibits here are giving away little Hershey candies, and I think this fella may have gotten a few too many of the candies. He even has trouble walking. We're at gig gear, and I was curious as to why we were here and there were gloves. And this gentleman will talk fast and show us what the story is.
These are gig gloves, and hold on, Don, sorry, give me a minute. But gig gloves are the only work glove designed for production professionals and techs, and here's why. Most people are in this industry are going and they're getting some generic work glove designed for something else. Inevitably, you have to take them off every few minutes. A work glove that you have to take off to do half your work is not the right glove to be wearing. With gig gloves, you get complete protection on the back of your hands and fingers and all the spots where you're going to normally bang them up. You have a mesh material that allows sweat to just evaporate out while you're working so you don't get all sweaty inside, a wrist cuff for stability, padded grip protection on the palms, and then we give you access to your first 3 fingers. So all the fine motor work that you need to do in between when you're doing your heavy lifting, you can do without taking the gloves off. And even while your fingers are out, they're still covered and protected from behind. When you're done, you put them away. And lastly, even without taking your fingers out, our glove, let me do the Face ID here, our gloves will work with a touchscreen right through the fabric. So there's almost no reason to have to take your gloves off. And that's what gig gloves are.
Okay, they buy them on a website?
Sure.
People
you can go to our website, www.gig-gear.com, GIG-GEAR.com.
And the gloves online are what, like $39?
Online, they're $39, correct.
And a little bit less at the show.
A little bit less at the show.
Thank you. I've never seen these gloves, and they look like quite a good idea.
Thanks a lot.
Touch has a sign inside that says not smart, brilliant. And here we are looking at a screen, and if I touch, what happened? Nothing. Here we go. All right, the small screen became the big screen, and look at the content. It says, my favorite city name, Las Vegas. I stopped at Stream Monkey because I like the name and I like the drawing, and it turns out that Stream Monkey, if I were a younger videographer, I might sign up with Stream Monkey to be able to go to conventions and broadcast live as I walk through, right?
Sure.
And I could have my own channel, right?
Branded just for you?
Branded just for me, and maybe my brand could be put on, what, Apple TV or?
Apple TV, Roku.
Roku. See, I'm missing out on a lot of stuff. So anyway, for younger folks, contact Stream Monkey and see if you can become your own video star. A lot of rear ends here at the charging station. I stopped here because what I noticed were the words AV over, which means to me that my time at Infocomm 2018 is indeed over, and I'm about to head for my ride home. Infocomm is a fascinating show, and by golly did I see some beautiful videos along the way. I have a lot more to learn, and some of the technology here is way over my head, but as with many other conventions in Las Vegas, I love my experience, and hopefully I will be able to return next year.